We have a new Wise Hitman once again in our channel. This is the second one that's provided to us by Wise Thailand. But this one is a little bit more special than the previous one that we reviewed. Find out what makes this stick. Wow, makes it stick, right? This video is brought to you by Wise Thailand. Let's begin with the familiar specifications for the Hit65. Familiar because we've seen it before, the 41mm diameter with 48mm lug-to-lug dimensions. It also has the 20mm lug width that strap lovers will surely enjoy. The thickness is 12.5mm with a water resistance of 200 meters. Inside is an NH35 movement, the darling of budget timepieces and a staple of the automatic watch category. This also employs a number of high-quality materials such as zirconia ceramic for the bezel and sapphire crystal. We'll lead off with the price tag for this timepiece. It's currently offered at under $350, and that's a pretty awesome value in itself for what you're getting. That's a lot less than what Seiko has to offer in the 200-meter diver range. Aesthetic-wise, this gives the 62 MAS vibes an iconic diver that's 6 times the price. It gets the job done on the wrist, with smaller cuffs like mine wearing this 40mm diver well enough to avoid overhangs and sleeve snags. It's a rather flat diver, so that 48mm lug distance feels longer than it should be. The performance of these divers from Wise is impeccable with a very nice threaded crown and solid winding stem. Changing the date takes a bit more work for our English reading region. To get the first of the month, just turn the date until you get a single digit. As for the bezel action, you'll get that heavy, ringing sound and accurate alignment. Also found in the bezel is the unique departure it has over the previous Hitman models. Beside this two-tone variant, you can notice that the Thai numerals were used rather than Arabic. This gives its distinct Thai flavor. Localized numerals are often seen on the indexes, but when done on the bezel like this, it stands out a little less. If you want to grab more attention, a strap change may do the trick. You can order this Hitman on a number of strap configurations. This FKM rubber is a seamless fit on the case and matches the second hand, which can also be ordered in various colors as well. This kind of soft rubber is also used by other luxury brands such as Richard Mille, raising the value for the wearer. And wearing this is such a pleasure, with the rubber hugging your wrist with the utmost comfort. Mix and match these straps with ease, as they also come with quick release spring bars. Another more versatile variant is this Jetfire strap. This is also made from FKM rubber, but this one will fit the Hitman and Damascus models. These straps are not only versatile, but they can also withstand a wider range of threats such as chemicals, heat, and oil. These straps can be ordered separately in Wise website, so you don't need to order a whole watch to enjoy these variations. With a widely accepted lug width, this also opens the Hitman to other third-party straps such as this 20mm sailcloth strap from, you guessed it, Artem. You will agree that this black textured white stitch band is harmony to the eyes with this dial and bezel. Add the leaf spring deployant and you can now dress and undress with elegance. Switching back to the bracelet may take some work, as this requires a tool which Wise also provides. As we zoom in closer, we are treated with rich details found in this unique version of the Hitman. The case sides provide a good amount of brushings that's accented with a polished chamfer. This, however, is broken at the lugs, with the bracelet being all brushed finished. As we flip onto the underside, there is a pleasing variation of polish and circular graining. Whatever minimal markings there are, they are all visible and crisply etched on the case back. On the clasp, there is also a similar restraint in branding, but many would really appreciate the small footprint of the clasp itself. I'm glad that the clasp has some decent chamfering because the rest of the bracelet is rather simple. In watch collecting, subtle details often makes the watch memorable. After all, subtle things frequently require a conversation to be noticed. This is why certain simple designs tend to shine despite their, well, simple design. It just needs a low light, or in this case light play, to uncover its elegance. The contrast between the bezel and dial is delivered not just through its color, but also surface texture, pleasing indeed in many levels. Wise calls this the white fire pattern. Not only is it nice to look at, it's also visually balanced with its branding and labels. It makes good use of negative space, making the hands and indexes stand out appropriately. The hands are interestingly angular with some slight skeletonization. The second hand provides a playful sliver of color that is hand applied and customizable. The indexes are blackened to match the minute gradations that's converted in Thai in keeping with its national theme. There's so much volume with these indexes. The shadows it creates is an added feature for the user to enjoy. On top of this, Wise's blend of VGW9 Super Luminova is just incredible. This is beyond Seiko level here. This model will only be produced this year of 2022, which is designated as 2565 in the Buddhist calendar in Thailand, hence the 65 suffix of the name. Suffice to say, this will be a limited run, and like all Wise timepieces, these are all hand-assembled by Wise experts. A truly value-packed timepiece from Thailand. When we talk about value, we feel the need to turn to numbers. Numbers are easy to count, convenient to equate, and require little to no justification. The funny thing about value is that you still find it even in the absence of numbers. By removing the familiar numbers and replacing them with these squiggly digits, Wise actually increased the Hitman's value to many, even though we couldn't read them. One of the few things, aside from leading off with that great price. This new limited edition Wise Hitman is cleverly imbued with an intimate theme which is innately Thailand, but at the same time subtly executed with all of the little details to make this overall package. Of course, there's not thousands of watchmakers in Thailand, but nevertheless, when we compare the quality of this brand to other micro brands, it's a clear elevation. There's a clear difference in the quality and in finishing and execution. Even the service is a lot better. Comment down below and let me know what you think. Now, if you want more proof that Wise is the best watchmaker in Thailand, click on this video right here. This new limited edition Wise Hitman is cleverly infused with a subtly intimate theme that's